Good morning. So I'm here live again on my wall and in my group because I decided that I'm going to do a series this month called Things I'm Focusing On While I'm Locked in My House instead of being locked in my house. So today I'm bringing to you a live workout again, as like I did yesterday. I'm just, sorry, give me 1 second because I'm also live in 3 different places right now and I'm waiting for my usual suspects to join me. So we're going to be doing about a 40-minute workout. You do not need weights today. If you have light weights, you could grab them, but you don't need them. So give me 1 second. We're going to get started. I will be coming live regularly with workouts on my Facebook page to help you guys focus on things other than what you don't have, because it's it's a crazy place right now. So what I find is when these things kind of come and crush our souls, we can focus on what we don't have and what we've lost, or we can focus on what we can gain and what we can acquire instead. So, hey Jill, hey Dawn, all my usuals are joining me today. Super excited. So we're gonna be doing Tabata, which is everybody's favorite. If you're joining me today and you don't work out currently, you're just starting, that is okay. We do modifications. All right, let's go. So yeah, if you are joining me for the first time, don't worry. The goal is just to kind of move. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You can do whatever feels good to you. But my goal is to come in here, bring you some positivity, something to do instead of focus on what we don't have right now, right? For those of you who were finally going back to the gym and we're excited to start working on you again and the gyms have closed, I'm here for you. We can do lots at home and I'm here to help you keep moving. And you know what? We can look at the next month as, we're locked in our rooms, we're grounded, we are on house arrest. We can look at it like that, right? We can sit at home and we can think about all the things that we can't do that we want to do. Or we can look at the things that we can do, the time that we have for things that we didn't before, right? I, for one, will tell you that if I were to return to my life a year ago right now, I might have like an anxiety attack because, to be honest, I wasn't so happy with my life. I was working way too hard. I was working 3 jobs at the time, and I was running kids around to sports. How many of you out there are parents that, used to spend all of your free time running your children around to sports, and you had no free time for yourself? And we complained, right? We complained, I have no time to work out, I have no time to walk, I have no time to cook and meal prep, I have no time to read, I have no time to do anything because all I do is get up, I work, I take my kid to sports. How much money was coming out of your bank account for kids' sports? Now, I'm not bashing on kids' sports. I know that most of us would be ever so grateful right now if our kids got to return to their activities. But what I'm saying is, shortly after they do, we're going to be complaining about not having any time anymore. So what if we took the next month to do all the things that we couldn't do before, right? So we can go for evening walks, right? And this is my life. I know everybody's circumstances are different, right? Some of you are still, my husband's still working. He has not stopped. He has not stopped working. His life really hasn't changed all that much, other than it's a little bit more annoying to grocery shop because he figures we're gonna have to line up again. But he does all the grocery shopping, you guys. He does all the errands. I'm literally, I shouldn't say I'm a kept wife. I'm not a kept wife. I'm a kept at home wife. I kept it home wife because I work at home, but so this, just to kind of preface, this is a low, no impact set right here that we just did. You can keep your workout at low impact. I'm going to be increasing intensity, effort each round. We're going to do 3 rounds of warm up. The next round we're going to pick it up. If you need to or want to keep it at low impact, you absolutely can. There is no judgment. I mean, likely the only person you can judge is you because you're by yourself right now, but don't judge yourself. Do what you need to do today. Come back. This is day 3. This is the end of week 5. Come back with me next week. I do live workouts Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 9:15. Come back next week and do better. Right? Come back the following week and do better. Don't worry about today other than just doing your best today. So we're picking up the pace for those of you who want to. This is going to be our medium impact round. And then our 3rd round, we go to high impact. And so, I forget what I was talking about, but truly, I was saying how we were locked at home. Like, I have those moments. I'm not saying like I'm, I don't go from Winnie the Pooh to Eeyore sometimes too. I did a little bit yesterday. I did want to throw a bit of a temper tantrum when my husband told me we were going to be locked in our homes. For one reason, I need eyelashes on this eye. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But anyway, I don't even know really what it means, but what I do know is that I can, I catch myself right away now. Like I grab that head and mind of mine and I reel it back in. It goes to the dark place still. I am not perfect. Ask my family. They would be happy to tell you how not perfect I am. I'm happy to tell you how not perfect I am. I'm on today is going to be day 8 of no wine. And I just told Steph this morning, who was the one that kind of nudged me to do it, not even intentionally, she just put it out there and I grabbed it from the universe. I said, I love you in the mornings and I don't like you very much in the evenings. Like, and to be honest, it's interesting because, I've gone 7 days with no wine. That's not that long, really. And I had been going, 7-day stretches. I was kind of at the point where I was having wine only when my husband was off. And he's off. He works for 7 days and then he's off for 7 days. So on the 7 days that he's home, I was allowed to have wine. Well, I would have wine every single night. And then I would go 7 days. But it's interesting how your mind shifts based on what you're focused on, right? So all of a sudden I'm focused on, the 30 days instead of 7. And I'm actually noticing, like, in the mornings, I feel fantastic. So why do I feel so fantastic now versus when I was doing it before for 7 days? And it's because my mind isn't thinking of 7 days, it's thinking of 30. So even on day 3, I was like, dang, I feel so good. I have so much energy. I have so much mental clarity. I feel light. Like I feel, how sometimes, does anyone else experience this? Like you decide to go on a diet or you decide to change up some things and you immediately feel better just from making that decision. Like you immediately feel like you've lost weight or you feel less bloated or you feel just ever so slightly better just from taking the action. Logically, like it hasn't. Oh, so somebody's inviting me to go live with them. Logically, you know that nothing's really changed in a couple of days, but mentally. So it goes to show you how powerful our mind is. Our mind can perform such trickery on us, truly, for the good or the bad. Like if you're intentional about how your mind performs that trickery, you can move yourself into some incredible feats. So I'm noticing already that I feel if I were to put on my jeans, I would realize, no, you're probably about the same as you were a week ago, but I feel better. I feel less bloated. I feel lighter. I feel definitely better rested, definitely better energy. And Steph says to me this morning, well, according to the book I read, it's really not in your system and things don't really start changing until day 10. Huh, right? But the mind doesn't give a crap about reality. I'm just going to tell you that right now. That is a somewhat proven thing. The mind does not give a crap about, the mind is more powerful than reality. That's what I'm trying to say. The mind will trump reality any day of the week. We can see it in the physical feats that human beings have accomplished, right? Like, okay, let's warm up. Who's joining me today? Hey, Steph. Yeah, Steph is the instigator of my no wine. We see this in the physical feats of the world, right? So I did a post today with some things that you could focus on over the next 28 days. Instead of focusing on what you're missing, instead of focusing on what you don't have, what can you focus on instead? So I will tell you one thing that you will have no matter what level of lockdown that we're in. It does not matter if we're locked down, if we're stay at home, if we're red, green, purple, blue, yellow, like whatever color we are, you are stuck with you. You get to be with you no matter what. So do you want to get to be with you or do you want to be stuck being with you? Right? And that starts here. Like if you don't get to get away from you anymore. Like that is one thing COVID has given us is a whole bunch of ourselves. And when we get stuck with ourselves, sometimes we like that and sometimes we don't like that so much. And so if you focus this month, you can maybe start to enjoy yourself a little bit more than maybe you currently do. And so that's my goal, is to help you do that through a number of things. So today it's working out. Tomorrow it might be something different. Okay, so we're doing Tabata and we're gonna change things up. Usually we start with cardio and end with core. We're flipping it. We're starting with core today. So if you need a mat, you can grab one. If not, if you have carpet, I have a nice horse stall mats in here. So, all right, I'm gonna grab my mat. We're gonna start with plank and boat. Don't worry, I will give you options if you're new. Okay, plank. Any plank you want, I'm gonna do low plank. All right, on your elbows, and I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades as though that you're holding a pencil down the spine of your back. Pull the belly button in, squeeze the quads, squeeze the glutes, just squeeze everything that you can possibly squeeze. Okay, now we have a 10-second rest, but we're gonna flip over, we're gonna do boat. I'm gonna show you what boat looks like. Boat can be modified to be harder. Hardest boat would be like this. Okay, so I want you to make sure your spine is pressed really firmly down into the ground, pulling that belly button in. If you need to make it easier, you can lift your legs. If you need to make it even easier, you can bend your knees. If you want to make it harder, you bring your legs down. If you want to make it harder still, you can use a weight. I don't really find I need to make boat harder because I find boat, it'll creep up on you if it wasn't hard the first time. So what we do in Tabata is we do 4 of each. So essentially we're one round done, we're on second round. So how can you, like here's a question to ask yourself. Do I currently enjoy my own company? some ugly stuff happening up here. Like, we really do. I know I did, and I still do. And when that ugly up here is what's causing people to bully online, is what's causing people to go online and voice their opinions. And not that I'm against voicing your opinion. You are certainly, you know, entitled, and it's great to have opinions because it means you're thinking. I grew up with a very opinionated family. Well, my dad's side, they're British. They're very extremely argumentative, and they love to debate. And if you say the sky's blue, they will say the sky's not blue, just because that is their nature. And healthy opinions is fine. But you have to ask yourself, if, as you are voicing your opinion, are you doing so to release rage or anger, right? Or to attack somebody, or to belittle somebody, or put somebody else down, or something down, right? And so what is not healthy or productive is to go, in my opinion, this is my opinion, go online and, you know, shred our leaders. Like, I know I, for one, would not want to be leading, or it would be very difficult, I should say, to lead during this pandemic. And truly, no matter what leaders do, everybody's going to be enraged. And so what productivity comes out of going and voicing your thoughts about Doug Ford's choices? Now, I know, you know, that's what we do, that's how we run our country, but we're talking about your health and your wellness and your care. And so in feeling that anger, that resentment, you know, when we are angry about something, well, first of all, it's a tremendous waste of energy and resources, right? And it's not usually very productive. And so to voice our opinions and thoughts about something that causes us to feel like crap, could we take that energy and focus it into something else instead, right? And it's not about not knowing what's happening in the world, or not being on top of what's happening, and not having thoughts and opinions. It's 100% not that. But if we're spending more time criticizing, judging, and trying to say how other people are doing it wrong and need to change than we do focus on ourselves, then that's maybe something we want to change the balance and the scales on. Okay, so the next one we're going to is another core one, but slightly upper body. So we're going to do thread the needle. You can do this with or without a weight. So you can do this just with no weight. I'm going to give you a few different options. I'm going to attempt to use a weight today. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I might hurl it. Okay, so you're going to be in side plank. So this is option one, is you're just going to hold side plank. Option two is to hold side plank and use a weight. You want to keep that body. You'll notice my body is not moving a whole lot. I'm using my core to stabilize. Okay, so we're going to do the other side. If you can't keep your body still enough during that, then don't use the weight. So again, I grew up in a family where we were encouraged to think, educate ourselves, form opinions, but it's important to, I think, if you want to share your opinion, it's important to also be willing to learn and hear from others, right? I think, it's my opinion, but also ask yourself, you know, when we're throwing stones, and trust me, I've thrown my fair share of stones, and I complain my fair share about others, but there's this little voice in my head now, after this last year of studying with Kathleen Cameron and Bob Proctor, that says, Jocelyn, you know, how well are you doing? What could you be doing better? you know, what improvement are, here it comes down to this. Somebody says, lots of people say, successful people say, the best investment you can ever make is in yourself. So when we're invested in changing others more than we change ourselves, maybe we could make a better investment into ourselves. And so how about in April, let's invest in ourselves, right? Like, how do you want to invest in yourself? I did a Facebook post today with, I told you guys this weight might get hurled. Yeah, it's probably going to get hurled on the next set because this is creeping up really quickly. Oh, saved by the bell. I made a list on Facebook of things. Now, I know it sounds hokey, and it sounds like I'm pooping rainbows and butterflies, and somebody probably wants to punch me, but I'm not meaning to sound like that. Okay, that's enough of that. I really mean, and it's not really for anybody's good but your own. Focus on you this month. How can you be better? So here's some ideas. And I wrote these all in a post. Oh, now it feels so weird to drop the weight and to do it without the weight, and I can't do it with the weight anymore. Find a good personal development book. That would be number one. Spend some of your extra time developing your mind. And it could be an educational book even, but I think April should be the month of you. April should be the month that you say, I'm taking my life back, right? Like, COVID can only take so much. The government can only take so much. The government isn't trying to take so much. The government's trying to help us, but COVID is making it hard. Like, what can you do for you right now? Never mind what other people are taking away. So, read a good book. If you need a book, I have like stacks and stacks and stacks of books. I'm obsessed with personal development books. I have tons. I personally, for this month with the climate, I would say something like The Secret, The Greatest Secret, Law of Attraction. Those are all amazing books about the mind and ourselves, because what we really need to realize right now in these times is how much control we actually have, because we feel like we have no control. We feel like control's been taken from us in those dark moments, right? And so we need to read books that remind us how much control we have. If you're in business, okay, we're gonna go to lunges now. Okay, ready? If you're in business, if you have a business, or you know what, you don't even have to be in business. So we're just doing one leg first. We're going to switch sides. So I want you can use a weight or not use a weight. If you're not using a weight, I would recommend prisoner style, where you have your hands like this, because it's going to keep your body nice and upright. You want to keep that body, that torso, perpendicular to the floor, like horses on a carousel. Oh, would I ever love to be on Cinderella's carousel right now. So make sure that your head is up high, nice and tall, nice tall long spine, and you make sure that front knee is not going out over your toes. I used to hate lunges, you guys, like literally loathed them. Probably one of the exercises I hated the most in the world. I don't mind them anymore, but I used to hate them. So reach out if you need a personal development book. But I really think, I was going to say Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which is a classic. It was written in the, I want to say 30s, but I'm not sure. It was written kind of after the era of the Carnegies, Ford, Edison. He studied for 20 years 500 of the richest, most successful people in the world to see how they think different. And so if you are chasing a goal, it talks about how to truly achieve a goal. And I would recommend treating yourself to, there's a really beautiful classic version that has a black, like, almost like leathery looking front. I don't think it's leather, but it's a beautiful, beautiful book. And it is a book that you'll read over and over and over again. Like it's like a self-development Bible. I pick it up all the time and just open it to a page. I read it through, and now I just open it up to a chapter and I study it. And Bob Proctor has been studying it for 60 plus years. It's one of those books, so treat yourself to the really good version if you're gonna get it. So that's number one, is get a book. You know, sit out on your patio with a cup of tea. Unfortunately, no wine for me, but, and educate and grow your mind, right? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, watch an inspiring documentary of a human overcoming something, right? They're so, I just love them, but the one that I recommended today was, oh my gosh, Steph, what was it called? It's the story of Tommy Caldwell, who is a climber, and he climbed, it's not free solo, something the wall. Anyways, it's on my Facebook page. Or Touching the Void, I think is called, where the guy was left for dead, mountain climbing, left for dead, and managed to drag his, like, literally should have died. And it's a really inspiring example of what our minds are capable of when we use them effectively, instead of to complain about Doug Ford, which, you know, we all want to do, I get it. Okay, little rest, and then we're going into upper body next. We're going into push-ups. So a million documentaries that you can watch. They're incredibly inspiring and show you what human beings are capable of when they channel their minds, our imaginations, our creativity into achievement in the future versus, you know, our humdrum lack life. Create. Okay, so we're gonna do push-ups and frog jumps. Okay, I hate frog jumps. I don't know why I put these on. I freaking hate them, and I'm in charge of the workout, and somehow they end up on a workout. Okay, so we're doing wide push-ups. You can do these from your knees or regular, and we're doing frog jumps. So let's start with push-ups from your knees or full ones. I'm gonna start with full ones, and before long I'll be on my knees. But you could do even like 2 or 3 full ones and then go to your knees. Make sure, again, here's the trick to push-ups. You want to tighten up every muscle. Your core, your back, your everything. Okay, frog jumps. I hate these, you guys. I hate these. Like, I mean, I love these. I mean, you don't want to focus on what you don't like. What else did I suggest? You know what? I suggested connecting with family and friends and pouring into your relationships. So, some of you might be home alone right now, and I get that, and I am not. I have all 4 of my kids home right now. All right, that didn't last long. Yeah, I have all 4 of my kids and my husband. So, get off your phones, get off your devices, get off of Fortnite, or whatever kids play now. I don't even know what they play anymore. And pour some energy and effort into relationships, like into your marriage, into the relationship with your children. Now, that's maybe game night, you know, puzzles, talking, just connection, right? Normally our lives, we don't have a lot. And I challenge you to take negative topics off the table. Don't make yourselves feel worse. we have Zoom, we have FaceTime. Connect with friends. One of the primary reasons I do these workouts and bring my not very pretty self out into the world for you guys is to try to build connection. I know it's one-sided unless you talk back to me. I know Karen talks back to me. She's told me. One of my clients said to me one of her goals was to start calling her father more. And so she put that on her goal list, and she does that now. And she says how their relationship has really flourished. Another client of mine drives to work alone every day, and she and a friend get on the phone and they talk for their drive to work. So connect and foster relationships instead of, you know, put that energy there. Okay, so books, Netflix, your health. Okay guys, this is where we're gonna be a bit of a tyrant and a bossy. Guys, we got to wake the F up and take care of our health. That doesn't mean I'm telling you you need to get six-pack abs. I'm telling you, you need to take care of yourself and you need to take control. And we need to stop turning to wine and beer every time we get locked down. I'm guilty too. I'm not judging, I'm not criticizing, but I'm saying we cannot walk around complaining about COVID when we're doing nothing to help our own situation by being healthier heart-wise, right? Exercising for health, for self-care. We're not putting the time into our mind. We're not choosing better foods, right? We're not taking the supplements we need to take to make our bodies healthy from the inside out. When we're not doing anything for ourselves, we cannot complain about Doug Ford shutting things down because the hospitals are so full because we're so freaking sick. I won't go on about that, but and I am guilty too. Okay, we are going into our final round and it's cardio, so buckle up. This is gonna be the hard round. We're doing, of course, no workout is complete without burpees. Linda says so. She complains when I don't have burpees. So we're finishing with burpees. You can do low impact burpees. You can do only this part of the burpee, or you can do holding burpees. So let's go. So health. So what does that look like? Well, I'm here live Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for you at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. Does that time work for everybody? No, I know that. Because I know some of you guys are working online still. Do the replay. I put my replays in my Facebook group. They're on my Facebook page, and I have a YouTube channel that has all the replays. Move your body. Okay, go out for a walk. I can't think of the word. I'm not looking down on anybody. I need to smarten the F up too. I need to wake the F up too. If you saw pictures of me a year ago, you'd be like, holy crap, you went down the COVID slide. Yes, I did. And it's been a year. Like there's no more, no more. So change up your eating, not to lose weight, but to be healthy, to give yourself foods, give your body nutrients so you have some sort of defenses to COVID, like that you can actually physically and mentally fight back, right? It drives me mental when people are complaining about COVID and they're sucking back alcohol and they gain 40 pounds and they look like they're about to have a heart attack. And I'm not judging. I kind of didn't do much better. So I'm inviting you to join me See, my shorts don't even fit. Inviting you to join me in taking back our own health. Okay, so take back your health. Woo! Good workout today. Those of you who join me regularly, this is week 11 in the books. This is workout 15 of 24. Week 11 in a row. Week 5, if you started 8 weeks strong. So one of the great things about finishing with cardio is it's called a metabolic finisher. You're now going to leave with boosted metabolism. You're going to be burning more calories from that high intensity finisher for the next few hours, called a metabolic finisher. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching if you watched. Join me next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, live, 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not going to be on my Facebook wall all the time. So if you want to continue, just write, write group in the comments and I can add you to my Facebook group. We do smaller physical challenges. We don't always do just workouts. Those of you who are doing the Grand Slam, we gotta finish with the Grand Slam. We did our squats. No, we didn't. Okay. I just remembered. I like to finish it here, so let's finish with the Grand Slam. So this is what we do. We're gonna cheat on our core today. We're gonna do Pilates 100s. This is an example of other options in my group. Pilates 100s, 100 reps of core was our January challenge. So, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lift. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, lift. 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 Keep it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, drop. 8, 9, 10, drop. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, drop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, drop. So that was one of our monthly habits, okay? February was plank. I know we did quite a bit of planking, but let's finish with a high plank. February was plank, and each month we have a different habit. And then the keeners are stacking each month. So the keeners are doing each month, they're continuing and adding each month. So that's why we're doing January, February, March, and April right now. Whew. I'm a little pooped today. This is hard for me today. Okay, we got about 15 seconds to go. Squeezing the belly, squeezing the butt. So if you want to continue working out with us, I will be going live on my page randomly, I think. But I'm live in my group Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And if you want to join us, you can do the replay. A lot of people do the replays because that time doesn't work. Okay, we're going to do 10 squats. Make sure 6, 7, 8, 9. This was our March challenge with squats, 10 squats. And our last one is jumping jacks. Okay, we did jumping jacks in the warm-up, but I'm feeling like being a keener today. Doing them again. And we're doing 15 seconds. On Monday, we go up to 30 seconds. So we have something for everyone, and we have an incredibly positive community that has really helped me, and it could help you too. So have an awesome day, have an awesome weekend, and we will see you next week. We're working out, Dave. I expect you to join us next week. Bye, guys.